Hi guys, it's Christine from Greater Health and Fitness. I just wanted to do a video today just to go through, I guess, some of my favourite stretches that you can do at home. So these would be good either after a workout if you didn't get time to do stretches afterwards, or if you're just feeling a bit tired and feel like stretching some of your muscles out. So the first one is just a tricep stretch. So most people probably know how to do this. So one arm bent up like this, and just trying to pull the other one up. So you should feel a stretch right here if you're doing it properly. So that's pretty much how that one should look. The next one is basically just the other side, just stretching out your biceps. So what you're going to do with this one is just clasp your hands behind you, and you just want to pull. And just trying to pull your arms up just as high as is comfortable. So you know, this may be enough of a stretch, this may be enough, like that's pretty much enough for me, or if you're a lot more flexible, you may be able to pull your arms up even higher. So that's a bicep stretch. Next one that I would do is a deep lunge. So I really like these. Basically, you are just going to do a lunge with your back knee on the ground. When you do this, you want to stretch your leg out. So you don't want to start like this, because from here you're probably just going to put your knee over your toes and you're not really going to feel the stretch in the place that I would like it to be for this stretch. So you want to stretch your leg out, push forwards. So you should be trying to push your hips pretty much forwards or into the ground. That's the idea of this stretch. So if I turn on the other side, you should feel it through here. So when you push forwards, the stretch should be here. So if you are, doing it with your foot too close to you, then you may feel it almost more in your calf or somewhere else. So make sure foot out for this one. So the next one from here, you can sit down on the ground. Basically, I don't really know what to call this, maybe like a cross sitting stretch or something. But basically just crossing your legs over. So one leg goes underneath, other one goes on top. Some of you, this might be enough. Otherwise, crossing them over, and if you're more flexible, you may have your knees down a bit further. So with this one, you just want to lean forwards a little bit, maybe even try pushing your legs down a little bit. So this one you should feel in your glutes, so you should feel right here, and maybe a little bit here on this side. I'm feeling it, so I'm probably tight there. So that's what this one looks like. The next one is a little bit similar in what you need to do. So it's crossing over again. So you're just crossing your foot over a straight leg, and we're basically just twisting to the side. So we're twisting to the side of the bent leg. So arm out straight, and just twisting to look at the wall, or a bit further back, depending how flexible you are. So that's what this one looks like. So from here, the next one, I forgot one. The next one is actually a nice straddle. So just legs out as far as you feel comfortable. Again, if you're more flexible, you may have your legs out much further. If you're not quite as flexible, you may have them in a little bit more. Doesn't really matter. Basically, legs out straight, trying to make sure you're not rolling your legs in or anything. Try and keep them straight and just reaching forwards. Again, this may be enough for you. You may be able to get your elbows on the ground. If you're really flexible, you can probably even get your whole body down. So just as far as is comfortable for you. The next one, coming up onto your knees. So we're going to, actually before we do that one, we'll do this one. So lying on the ground, we're going to do a cobra stretch. So with this, you want to have your legs straight out behind you, not too far apart, and well, if you do it with legs together, it's just a little bit harder, but legs sort of out about hip width. You're going to bend your arms to start off with, and just stretching up, looking up. If you want to do that a little bit more, then straighten your arms and put them underneath you. And then even more, head back and really trying to reach back far. So this one's a nice one, especially if you've done a lot of abs exercises. This is a nice one. Stretches out all your stomach muscles and back. Next one, just leaning back from there really. You want to keep your bottom in the air and you're just bringing your shoulders close to the ground. So this one you should feel in your shoulders. So as you can see, my bottom's still in the air and I'm just pushing, pretty much trying to get my shoulders down to the ground. So you might feel this a little bit in your upper back as well as through your shoulders. So next couple are standing up. So I'll stand back up again. Next one is just hamstring stretch. So I'll do this on my couch. You can do it on, if you've got a bench, chair, whatever is sort of the right height for you. Basically, just leg out straight. This might be enough, just leg out straight, holding it like this. Otherwise, trying to lean forwards into that leg. And maybe even get your head to your knee. So that's what this one should look like. So with this one, you just need to really make sure that your hips are facing the right way. So you don't want to be twisting out or even almost onto the side, because that's a different stretch. So you want to make sure that your hips are facing forwards and you're just leaning forwards. Next one is just a quadricep stretch. So most of you should be familiar with this one. You are basically just bringing one foot up. So that's that stretch. With this one though, it is quite easy to not do it right. It's easy to turn your foot out, to lean back, to be in the wrong position. So with this one, you want your knees to sort of be still in alignment. And what you're trying to do, maybe I'll face this way so it's not on. What you're trying to do is really just pull your foot up to your bottom. So that's what you're trying to do with this one. So you don't want to bring your leg out or twist it or anything, just really bring it up. If you can't grab your foot, then if you've got a couch or something that might be the right height for you, what you can actually do is just put your foot up. So if you're really tight in your quads, this might be enough. And from there, you can try and lean back and see if you can touch your foot and then eventually, hopefully, grab your foot. The last one is just a side stretch. So basically, we're just crossing one foot over. The one that's crossed over is the side I usually raise my arm and lean over. So you should feel a nice stretch all up here. And because this one's so good, I'm going to do it on my other leg too, on my other side, because I really like this. That's what that one should look like. So that's pretty much just a few stretches for sort of all body parts. So I sort of worked up from triceps, shoulders, things like that. So that's pretty much just a nice little stretching routine that you can do. As I said, you might just feel like doing this if you're feeling a little bit tight, or it might be something that you might do after a workout. With all stretches, obviously I just showed you them. I didn't really hold most of them very long. I would sort of recommend 20 to 30 seconds at least once. If you know that body part's particularly tight, you might hold it longer and you might do it more than once. It all depends what you want out of your stretching pretty much. So, but usually about 20 to 30 seconds, so you can at least feel the stretch and it will do something. If you only want it for a few seconds, it's not really going to do much. So that's pretty much everything. So if there is a particular body part that I didn't cover in this, because I only covered sort of the major stretches that I like, if there's anything you want to know how to stretch out, let me know, send me a message. But otherwise, hopefully this gives you a little bit of, something to follow when you want to do some stretches. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.